Can you elaborate what is the difference between insurgency, militancy, and terrorism?
Insurgency, militancy, and terrorism. Terrorism is something it can be carried out on Indian soil as well as from the outside country as well. If it is carried out from outside soil, it can be either it could be a direct threat from the country, or it could be in the form of covert operations. Militancy, it could be the rule. It can be a rule by military, which excessive control by military. And insurgency is basically it is within the country by a group of people who are dissatisfied by the government or its policy, or which wants its ambition to be fulfilled. It could be either peaceful, or it could be violent as well.
Okay, that's good.
It could range from demanding a separate state to making a nation altogether.
Okay.
इसके साथ ही साथ फ्रेंड्स आप इस बुक को ले सकते हो, जो आप सभी के लिए काफ़ी ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल होगी, स्पेशली इंटरव्यू के लिए आपकी। इसमें आपको 100+ इंटरव्यू से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन आंसर मिल जाएंगे, जिनको आप प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो, जो कि आपके एग्जाम में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पूछे जाने के चांसेस है। आपके इंटरव्यू में मोस्ट प्रोबेबली ये क्वेश्चन पूछे जा सकते हैं। ऐसे सारे क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे आपको एक सीरीज मिल जाएगी क्वेश्चन की। साथ ही साथ यहाँ पे आपको करंट और सिक्योरिटी रिलेटेड टॉपिक्स भी मिलेंगे इसी बुक में। आपको अलग से कुछ प्रिपेयर करने की जरूरत नहीं है। सारे जितने भी रिसेंट करंट एंड सिक्योरिटी रिलेटेड इश्यूज है वो सारे के सारे इस बुक में कवर किए गए हैं। साथ ही साथ जो है आपको ये लोएस्ट कॉस्ट में आपको ये बुक मिल जाएगी। एडिशनल आपको 30% डिस्काउंट भी मिल जाएगा। तो डिस्क्रिप्शन में दोस्तों लिंक दिया गया है, वहां से जाके आप इस बुक को ले सकते हो और अपनी प्रिपरेशन को और बेहतर तरीके से कर सकते हो। राइट फ्रेंड्स?
That's nice. Apart from that, do you know what is the importance or significance of regional political parties in India?
Sir, regional, as we can go back till 1967, it was majorly a one party rule, that was Congress. But after 1967, there were various regional parties which started emerging in various states. For example, I'm from Haryana, so in Haryana from 1967, various parties like INLO, INLD, then we had INLD, we also had now JJP, which is in again a coalition with the BJP, marking for the first time and getting 10 seats. Again, then we have some major political states like West Bengal, where Trinamool Congress is coming in power. So regional parties, they play a very significant role at the state because they have a strong hold over their state, and also when it comes to center, they are now forming a part of the coalition government like we had in UPA 1 and UPA 2. So they are not only representing the interests of their state, but as coming forward to the center, they are making a more inclusive government. But at the same time, regional parties can also create problems by opposing the policies of center government which they want to implement at the national level. For example, GST was initially resisted by a lot of opposition states, and then we had Ayushman Bharat scheme, which was first it was implemented all over India, but then states like West Bengal and Kerala, they were resisting, and West Bengal initially even did not join, quoting that they had the same schemes going on.
Okay. So
and also there is also a mismatch between central government by governor and chief minister's battle going on in the news.
Okay, that's nice. Apart from that, are you aware of what are the different types of fundamental rights given by our constitution, and which part and which article describe about fundamental rights?
Sir, part 3 of the constitution describes about our fundamental rights, and there are basically 6 fundamental rights. Articles of fundamental rights start from Article 12 to Article 35, but they can be designated into 6 major steps: right to equality, right to freedom, right to constitutional remedy, right for education, cultural rights,
Education and cultural rights,
right to equality, right to freedom,
Right against exploitation.
Right against exploitation and sorry sir, right.
Okay, no problem. Okay, let it be. So what is the significance of fundamental rights? And how it is more comprehensive? How it is more comprehensive than fundamental duties?
So fundamental rights are basically to keep a check over the state so that the executive does not become all in all powerful, and people can enjoy their fundamental rights by like freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of movement, and then that is also to check the tyranny of executive and as well as the various laws of the legislature which do not impact our liberty as well as, and which also gives us an opportunity to grow. For example, article right to privacy, which was a landmark judgment by in K.S. Puttaswamy case, where right to privacy was upheld as under right to life. Then various Supreme Court judgment, like for example in Sabrimala case, where right to equality was upheld by allowing women by going into the temple. So it is to help an individual grow and as well as side by side to account the state for its people, for their growth. When it comes to fundamental duties, you said fundamental duties.
Yeah.
So fundamental duties was not actually it was not in the constitution originally. It was added by 42nd Amendment Act during the emergency. It was felt that it was taken from the Soviet Union constitution. It was felt that people should, by enjoying rights, they should also owe some duty to the country. So it was basically to respect the constitution or to abide by the ideals of our freedom struggle and to promote fraternity, uniformity. Though our constitution further felt that by just giving in fundamental rights, it is the citizens of the country will inherently feel that they should serve the country, they should obey the ideals of the country. But during the emergency, it was felt that by the Sardar Swaran Singh Amity that it should be implemented so that people can be more disciplined and they could get that they owe the nation, and they are not only just they can be a part of.
Okay. Apart from that, what do you think which is more dominant for this exam? Intelligence or hard work?
Sir, as far as I can, I think both are equally important. Intelligence, as the post is only for the intelligence bureau, so we need to apply our intelligence, and hard work is the basis for every single purpose. I think even if we are eating or even if we are watching, I guess that also requires a basic hard work, discipline and a consistency towards any job. Either we are studying or we are in a job, or probably we are talking to someone, that also requires hard work, the consistency and the focus.
Okay, that's very nice.